Good evening, brothers and sisters. The Lord had given me a dream from the 7th of June of 2023, and He has now led me to share it with everyone. And it is in regards to this virtual reality that is now becoming so popular. Um, he wants me to share that in this virtual reality, everything that I had done had felt so physical. If I could feel it in my physical body, and it didn't matter whether I touched something or I felt something, or even if it was the wind blowing, I felt it in my physical body. And there was this particular man that I was speaking to in this dream, and he was basically explaining to me that there's this organization in the virtual reality, or that manages the virtual reality, and whenever they pick someone, they basically intend for them to either go kill someone or go steal, and they expect that person to fulfill their tasks. And he was telling me that if you don't fulfill their tasks and instead you try and leave the virtual reality, that they make it a mission to go and find you and kill you in the physical. And he was also saying that every time that somebody did complete their tasks, they would receive these colorful rings that would mark how far progress they have made. And the more rings that you had, the more prosperity you would have with this organization. And I remember as he was explaining this to me, I was trying to figure out how to turn off this VR system, because I could feel that he was going to try and ask me to do something and try and get me to do something. So I was trying to figure out how to turn off this virtual reality. And that is when I realized that the organization that controls the virtual reality, once you start doing the things that they want you to do, they are the ones that are now in control. They are the ones that now determine when you are able to turn off your virtual reality. And I also remember that when I turned it off finally, and I finally got out of the virtual reality, it was as if it was a projector screen that was projecting from the middle of my forehead and came just in front of my eyes. And the Lord was telling me that during this time, when the virtual reality becomes so advanced, it is going to become a part of our bodies. Many people that are going and trying to do these cyborg things, or Elon Musk putting this chip in the back of your head, it is going to be a part of all of these cyborg things that they're trying to put in the human body. Now, the difference is that this virtual reality is going to be put in your, either in your forehead, or it's going to be in your right hand. I'm not saying that it's the mark of the beast, but I am saying that it will be compatible with the mark of the beast. Now, I don't know what the mark of the beast is. I don't know when it's going to come, and I don't know. I don't really know any details about it. I'm not saying that the virtual reality is the mark of the beast. But I am letting you know that if you partake in this virtual reality, then you are partaking in what Satan is bringing. Because we have to remember, as children of God, that the world was created by God, by Elohim, right? Now this virtual reality is created by Satan, because he perverts everything that God does, right? Now, if we, children of God, go and partake in this virtual reality, we are setting aside what God has created and picking up what Satan has created, and now we are sitting at the table with the devil. We have to remember that we always have to choose God. In everything we do, we must always worship him in spirit and in truth. We always have to remember that whatever we are doing, it pleases the Lord. And the Lord wants you to know that he does not want you to partake in these virtual realities. He doesn't want you to partake in any of these secular things. These are all things that Satan is creating to keep people trapped. He told me that people that are in this virtual reality, in my dream, they were trapped. They couldn't get out because this organization was controlling when they were getting out, and some people couldn't get out. And it wasn't like goggles. They weren't just goggles that you put over your eyes. It came from your brain. This virtual reality was in your brain. Your brain was what controlled it, but because of the chip that was in their head, the organization was the one that was controlling it. Brothers and sisters, I pray that you take heed to this message. Please listen to what the Lord has to say, and don't partake in this virtual reality or anything that Satan creates. That is not the will of the Lord. He is coming soon. The kingdom of God is at hand, and I pray that, brothers and sisters, you take heed. And I pray that you all have a wonderful night as well. And I thank you for listening.